Will Smithy and Jada Pinkett Smith are a renowned couple who inspire millions on the big screen. However, their parenting style is flawed. How could they do that to their children? They mess their heads up. Willow is the guy, Jaden is the girl. What the hell is this? Come on! They never should have gotten their children involved in the madness of the Illuminati. Ephesians 6 verse 1 to 4 tells a story. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, that it may go well with you, and that you may live long in the land. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with fear and trembling, with a sincere heart, as you would Christ. But bring them up in discipline and instruction of the Lord. Will Smith hasn't done this. Why? Will is so far gone, he'll do anything for money, which is equivalent to selling your soul. You don't have to make a deal with the devil to sell your soul. Men literally make contracts with lesser entities, demons, to gain access to demonic powers. How do you think magicians can manipulate matter like that? Demonic arts, my friends. Demonic arts. I know a dude who wants to be a lawyer. He's short, a decent looking dude. He's a bit overbearing, but he doesn't realize it. This guy loves money. All he talks about is being rich. How much money he's gonna make. And I'm thinking, this guy will sell his soul for a demon for riches. When you look into this guy's eyes, you see dollar signs. He's lost, people. He's lost. He's a churchgoer too. Nigga hypocritical. But they say plenty of people in the church are just trying to win an Oscar. How do you know if a man will sell his soul? Look at how he behaves with and without money. If he's poor and eager for riches, then that nigga will sacrifice his dick, then his mama. You hear me? If he's rich, a sadist, loves Julie, nigga is on the verge of being evil and may sell his soul. In my opinion, the ones who will sell their soul easily are the ones who grew up poor and are eager for money. Your 50 cents, your Floyd Mayweathers, yours truly, Willard Smith. I always think about the movie 6 Degrees of Separation with Willard Smith Jr. or Small Willie. Who the hell in Black Hollywood wanted a role like that? Wealth is corruptible, man, because it brings too much power. There is a price to pay in leading children down the wrong path. There will be consequences. Small Willie probably got ED, hair is falling out, Jada probably growing a dick, and hair is growing around her jaw. What do you think? Will wears the pants in his relationship? No. Will is one of the head honchos over Black Hollywood. In other words, he's the elite's bitch. He is submissive to them. Will doesn't care about his kids, man. Jada is worse. If it wasn't for Will, Jada would be pretty much an irrelevant celeb in Hollywood. Like Jeff Ross. It's just like Tom Brady and his wife. The wife gets her major status because of her husband. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's parenting style is flawed. Check out this audio with Will Smith speaking about his family and his way of doing things.
Okay, now I want to talk about your family.
Yes.
Because your kids seem to have a lot of freedom of expression.
Yes.
Is that something that you consciously encourage them to have?
Yeah, I think it may have been a mistake. I think we may have gone too far.
So how do you respond then, for example, if you're encouraging them to have freedom of expression and then people start making jokes about, say, Jaden modeling women's clothes? How do you, as a dad, handle that?
You know, there's a really powerful internal quality as an artist that as parents we encourage. You got to get out on the edge. You have to try things. You have to be comfortable doing things that people don't agree with, and you have to be comfortable doing things that you could fail.
Yeah.
And Jaden is 100% fearless. He will do anything.
Definitely.
You know, so as a parent, it's scary. It's really terrifying, but he is completely willing to live and die by his own artistic decisions, and he just doesn't concern himself with what people think.
So how do you balance that then? That freedom with controlling your kids as well. Are you a strict parent? Does Willow have a curfew?
Yeah, Willow, and see now you're hitting on a really difficult issue in our house, right? So, I have two sons. My oldest is 23, Jaden is 17, and Willow is 15.
Yeah.
So, as a father, and the time I spend with the boys, when they go out, they're with 6 or 7 dudes, right?
Yeah.
So they have a small army when they go out. So their freedom is slightly different from Willow's. Willow's a 15-year-old girl, so we try to have the same rules, but it's a different world, you know. So we've been struggling with that. So the answer is yes. Willow has a curfew.
What time she got to be in by?
Well, Fridays and Saturdays we give her till 11:30. You know, what she usually does is she stretches it. So she knows it's 11. So she calls at like 10:35 and says, oh, I'll be there at 10:30. Then she calls at, she'll be there at 12:30. And then she keeps calling and adding 15 minutes, keep pushing it.
Isn't that conclusive, people? Willard Smith Jr., junior pedophile behind Quincy Jones, gives his children too much freedom. He jokingly admits it's a mistake to give them freedom of expression. Will's right about one thing. Jaden is 100% fearless. He will do anything. This shit ain't art. This shit is cross-dressing. What's next for Jaden? Oh, sodomy? Sodomy? You kidding me? That's of course assuming Jackie Chan didn't sodomize him in the Karate Kid remake. Hey, I don't rule anything out in Hollywood. These people are sick. You can never trust them. I could draw for the scriptures that say, men shouldn't wear a woman's garment, but it would fall on deaf ears. I could draw for the one that says, women shouldn't wear a man's garment, but same result. Have people forgotten about the 5 books of Moses that have the laws and statutes? Come on, folks. Jaden will poison their children's mind, except for the oldest one. Who the hell is that guy? No one talks about him. Anyways, Will Smith is a slick son of a gun. He wanted to switch his children's genders so he wouldn't have to sacrifice someone close to him. But Black Hollywood always requires a poster boy. They forced Will to make a decision, and he took his father out. No love. Will was getting too big, folks. He was moving up like Denzel and Jay-Z. He had to kill someone or lose his position as one of the leaders over Black Hollywood. You ever watch those movies where the protagonist dies and he meets God? He then pleads his case to the Lord, saying, look at the good I have done, Lord. I gave money to charity. I helped black people. But then the Lord points to the hero's little black book and says, you killed, you lied, committed adultery, sodomy, etc., etc. Why should I let you anywhere near heaven? Not even in heaven, my brother, but near heaven. That's a terrible area if you ask me. Will Smith is like this hero. He will die and he will try to plead his case. The Lord won't even acknowledge a word he says, and the Most High will send him where he belongs. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'm leaving.